Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of my Pokemon Silver Version Let's Play. It's been a while, but here we are again. We are just returning from Professor Pokemon or Mr. Pokemon's house, and Professor Oak was there as well. And now we're heading back to Professor Elm because he got a prank phone call. I think he did a prank phone call, but I think on the other hand he might be in trouble. So what we're going to do is encounter some extremely strong Pokemon, which are Weedle, Kakuna, Caterpie, sometimes a Ledian or Lediba or whatever that little guy is called. But yeah, we're just going down now, down, 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 like that song from that one guy, that black guy. I can't really remember what his name was. Actually, now that I get to it, I don't think he was a black guy. I'm just talking to this guy who has like blue hair in front of his face, and it's like, oh my god, how did he get that blue hair? And you just saw that there was a battle and I skipped it, basically because that was a Pokemon that I already encountered. It was probably a Weedle or a Kakuna. But before we go further to our starting city, we are going to heal up our Pokemon because we are up for one awesome battle, a first battle against our rival in this game. And here we go. So, what's that? You got a Pokemon at the lab. What a waste, wimp like you. Don't you get what I'm saying? Well, I too have good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. And all of a sudden a Pokeball appears. So this is actually a battle between our rival, which is called question mark, question mark, question mark. And we are actually going to give the name for that guy later on when we talk to the police. He starts out with a Chikorita because obviously those bastards always start out with a Pokemon that is super effective on your starter. But good for me is that Chikorita is only level 5, so that means like Chikorita is like a noob, and I'm gonna scratch your necklace off your neck. So, and Chikorita keeps growling, and have you ever seen a Chikorita growl? It's always friendly. Why should it growl? Really? Why should it growl? So instead of growling, it goes for a tackle and hits me right in the nuts, and it's like a critical hit because my nuts are that big that I hardly can be missed. And yeah, I still need one more hit. I hope he doesn't go for a potion or a fucking berry, because I don't want to waste more time on this Chikorita. And luckily I did some training in beforehand that I'm already level 8, because that way it will be a lot easier for me to take it down. I do gain to level 9, and question mark, question mark, question mark has been defeated. Are you happy now that you're won? My name is... I'm going to be the world's greatest Pokemon battler or trainer. Ooh, he hits me in the nuts again, just like a Chikorita hit my crocodile in the nuts. Oh my god, what an awesome guy. So let's jump off some edges, whee, which is always fun, and head back to Professor Elm as soon as possible because he was so panicking back then, and I really want to see if he's okay. Not really, but I just want to see if I get another starter Pokemon. Hee hee. But yeah, let's go back to our town. We have arrived, and to be honest, I forgot what town we are in. But as you guys will see, here is Professor Elm with like the punk haircut, or actually he's just getting bald. That can also be the case. But here's a nice policeman, and it's always like, oh, I'm not wearing any weeds, dude. Just leave me alone. And he asks for your rival's name, and I'm like, dude, how should I know? He was called question mark, question mark, question mark. But just let's give him a nickname because we need to name the beast something. And I'm going to call him Artem because Artem, also known as Mephistopheles, is like my uber best friend. And he's always a badass, so I'm just gonna call him Artem. So yeah, Elm, Bio, this is terrible. Oh yes, what was Mr. Pokemon's big discovery? Bio handed over the mystery egg to Professor Elm. What? That was like the thing he did there. Did you see that? What? Yeah, that was it. What? He does it again. And so apparently he's surprised that Professor Pokemon... why do I keep saying Professor Pokemon? It is actually Professor Oak and Mr. Pokemon. He's kind of surprised that they gave me an egg. I would be surprised as well if I was a Pokemon professor and I never saw an egg. And this is actually the first egg that we are going to hatch in all of the generations. And it is just think about an egg, then what Pokemon do you think it will be? I'm not gonna spoil anything, but you'll already know. If you watch Johto, if you watch those episodes on on television back then. Not sure when it was, like in 2000 or so, with Hard Gold and Soul Silver Ball, or the HS Ball. Yeah, that was just good times. Or GS Ball. Yeah, GS Ball. So what I'm gonna get now is this guy apparently is going to step up to me and say like, hey, you can get my balls. And I'm like, wait, I don't want your balls. And I'm gonna show my balls to my mother now. Actually, I'm going to show my Totodile. And Totodile is like, yeah, it's a cool Pokemon. It will protect you on your journey. Do you want me to save your money? Oh my god, yes, save it for me. Be careful. Pokemon are your friends. You need to work as a team. Now go on. What do you know about Pokemon, Mom? Really? What do you know about it? So I'm just gonna go out, leave my town because I'm sick of my mother and Professor Elm. And this guy randomly walks up to you and he says like, hey, I've seen you a couple of times. And I'm like, fag, why are you watching me? And he's going to take you down to the bushes, and in the bushes a Pokemon is going to attack this dude. And it's actually nice because it's the only other sprite that you see from the backside, if I'm correct. Or no, we might see Lance as well. I'm not sure. Is it in this generation? Yeah, I guess so. Never mind what I said there. So he's going to catch a Rattata without weakening it, and is like throw a Pokeball right at his face. Rattata won't know what happened. Hope that it will have some cheese in it, and just stays in. And I always liked how the balls got the color of the Pokemon that was caught. I really thought that was cool back then. But I'm just going to walk now into the bushes, and I'm going to encounter another Pokemon. Here is the Rattata, not the one that guy caught obviously, because that is in a Pokeball. But I'm just going to fight it, see how strong Rattatas are in this generation. Gonna go for a scratch. I'm more than double its level, and it's still not going to finish him off. So just gonna scratch again. He's going to tail whip again, proceed to do that, and I'm just gonna scratch again for the win. I wish Wi-Fi battles were that easy, lol. But yeah, I get some experience, and as you will see in this Let's Play, I have always, in every game I have like trained my Pokemon very high from the beginning of the game, so I won't have any problems during the further events of the game. So that's just basically my playstyle. I try to get my Pokemon leveled up as high as possible, that is. And yeah, let's continue our way to the next city, where we have already been to, so we don't have to do anything here. I thought I went into the market, never mind. I'm just going to walk further and further because our first trainer battles are awaiting. So here's the guy with the blue hair again, still looking awesome. And here is actually the first trainer battle, if you don't see your rival as a trainer battle, but as a rival battle. So that guy says I'm weak, and I'm like, what? I'm not weak, dude. I'm not weak. So he's gonna stand there and point his blue Pokeball at me. I'm like, what the hell, is that a Great Ball? But he sends out his Rattata. I'm gonna send out my Gator. Just gonna go for a Leer, basically, because I don't want to waste my PP on Scratch. Just gonna stay in here. Feraligatr just chilling. And on my last Let's Play video, I got a comment where one guy said like, what the hell, why are you commenting like an in-game battle as a Wi-Fi battle? It's so funny and ridiculous at the same time. So I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna do, not analyze this stuff, because basically there is nothing to analyze. And yeah, then I might talk about something else. If you want me to talk about something in the next episode of this Let's Play, then just leave one topic in the video description. I'm always happy to talk about something that you guys suggest me to talk about, and call it like the bio monologues or something like that. So here we have another youngster. He has a Pidgey. He has like those animals that shit everywhere in the garden and make you angry. Just gonna scratch. It should be enough to one-hit KO. What? Oh my god, Totodile! You just didn't manage to finish off that Pidgey. You just suck, dude. You just suck, really. So yeah, nearly get back at level 10. Unfortunately, I don't. He gets another Rattata. This will be a 3 or 2 hit KO as well. It looks like a 3 hit KO, so I'm just gonna get tackled in the face and in the nuts alternatively. Sorry. And I'm just gonna scratch him. Apparently now I get maximum damage and go to level 10. Woo! Look who's getting strong. Oh, I thought we were about to learn a new move. Unfortunately we don't. So we are just going to pause the sign, read some trainer tips, and they're basically saying that you can't steal an opponent's Pokemon, which kind of sucks because that's the thing I always wanted to do. And then we see this girl who is like, I'm not a traitor! If you look into someone's eyes and who will battle you, then that's a traitor! And yeah, I'm not sure why she yells, but... So that guy just looked me in the eye and I was like, whoa, he needs a battle. And he has like something to catch buckwits, and I'm like, dude, don't use that. Don't point that thing at me. Don't point it. So here's Totodile again. Why I always want to say Feraligatr. It's just a bad habit. And yeah, some Caterpies who kind of suck. Yeah. String Shot is probably one of the best moves ever because it lowers your speed. And actually I think in doubles battles that it lowers all of the opponent's speed, which is actually not that bad. But yeah, I'm just gonna scratch again because basically that's what Totodile does. It only scratches. Yeah, that's just how we roll, dude. That's just how we roll. So we have our little Gator here who is catching up the experience quite fast right now. And I am just going to go on. We are already at minute 11, oh my god, and I'm already getting a bit tired of narrating this stuff. But yeah, here we have another guy who is kind of scared about the Dark Cave but doesn't want to show it. We are obviously not scared of the Dark Cave. We go in and run out like a baby girl. We get an antidote, which is epic, because now we can't be poisoned by those darn Weedles. Here we have another berry tree, and we are going to get a bitter berry, and if I'm correct, that is going to heal paralysis. Not sure. Or it may heal a lot of hit points. Yeah, it's probably that. If you use it, it heals a lot of hit points, but because it's bitter, your Pokemon won't like you that much, because this is like the first generation where happiness was introduced, and Pokemon like Espeon would evolve when it was very happy at the daytime, so that was basically that. So here we have a guy and says like, I have a lot of bug Pokemon with me, will you please battle me? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I have nothing else to do, so why won't I battle you? So he has like an entire team of Caterpies who are at a low amount of hit points and level, and one scratch is going to scratch them all out of the way of Totodile, and the last Pokemon is going to be a Weedle, and that Weedle is going to die as easily as these guys are going to. So just gonna scratch, and this is pointless of narrating. Maybe next time I should cut out like the pointless battles, but basically in those next episodes that I have already recorded and still need to upload, we are getting way better battles than battling Caterpies of level 2 and Weedles of level 3. So he gets a critical hit, but no poison. No poison for you. So that's awesome. That's just cool. That's probably because I'm Biolizard. Yeah, nobody wants to poison the biohazard thing. Never mind. I'm just going to scratch him right in the face or in the nuts. What do you prefer? I could leave that as question of the day. So I have finally beaten this guy, and I'm like, yes, finally. I thought there would be no end to this madness. And yeah, just going to talk to this guy real quickly, who says he found the Pokemon in the Dark Cave. And we have arrived at Violet City. So Violet City is like our next city, and here is Faulkner and like the Bellsprout Tower. It is an awesome city to start with. I still remember back in the days when I first started this city, it was like, whoa, this city is so cool. And yeah, with the Bellsprout Tower in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it is like so beautifully drawn. It's amazing. But in this generation, it is also very nice for its time. And yeah, we are going to show you that in like the next episode. As you see here is the Sprout Tower, Bellsprout Tower. And I'm not in the advantage because I have a water type Pokemon, but I'm not going to care. I'm going to take down all of the Bellsprouts with my water type Pokemon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Let's Play. Stay tuned for another episode of this Pokemon Silver Version Let's Play on another date. Goodbye!